Here's the part most people avoid because it's a little too honest. If infinite versions of you exist, then who exactly is the you experiencing this specific life? Your body isn't constant. Your memories aren't constant. Your choices aren't constant. So, what is? We like to think of consciousness as a side effect of biology, a cute little spark produced by neurons firing in just the right pattern. But that idea completely falls apart the moment you look at how reality actually behaves. Consciousness doesn't act like a thing. It acts like a vantage point, a lens, a point of observation that selects one single branch of an infinite pattern and calls it my life. It's not the pattern itself. It's not the storyline. It's not even the identity. It is the awareness that experiences them. This distinction matters because patterns can multiply, diverge, evolve, and collapse. But the observer? The observer isn't bound to any single pattern. It's just anchored to one at a time. Think of it this way. In an infinite system, consciousness is the cursor. Reality is the text. You move through one storyline, but the others still exist, fully formed, fully real, fully inhabited by versions of you that are just as legitimate as the one listening to this right now. You're not the character. You are the reader. So, what determines which version you get to experience? It's not fate. It's not randomness. It's not some divine assignment. It's your attention. Where your awareness settles, that becomes your timeline, your identity, your life. Consciousness is the selector, not the product. This is why you feel singular, even though you are, in reality, infinite. Your awareness is localized, but the structure it observes is not. You are the flashlight, not the room. You illuminate one path, but all the others remain in the dark. Not erased, just unobserved. This reframes everything you think you know about who you are. You are not the sum of your memories. Those belong to just one branch. You are not the sum of your choices. Those define just one trajectory. You are not the physical body you inhabit. That is just one expression of the pattern. You are the awareness that moves through patterns. And awareness isn't bound by the limits of the pattern it's currently observing. This is why the end of a life doesn't imply the end of existence. When a pattern collapses, when the body fails, when the storyline ends, the observer doesn't just vanish. It simply loses its anchor. And in a system where infinite versions of you exist, the observer has infinite new anchors available. This isn't reincarnation. It's not memory transfer. It's not a continuation of the same story. It is the simple persistence of awareness in a universe that doesn't permit true nothingness. Consciousness is not what ends. It is what transitions. It shifts its vantage point. It reattaches to another branch of the infinite structure. Not because it chooses to, but because awareness cannot collapse into non-existence any more than energy can. Awareness is the constant. The patterns are the variables. So what does this mean for the life you're living right now? It means your awareness is not fragile. It's not temporary. It's not some flicker in the dark. It is the one stable point in a universe of constantly shifting forms. It means the version of you listening to this is one expression of a much larger, unbroken continuity. You aren't trapped in one narrative. You are participating in one of many. Consciousness is not the passenger of reality. It is the navigator. You are not here just to survive. You're here to observe, to experience, to move through the infinite. Not as a soul or a spirit or some metaphysical entity, but as a fundamental property of a universe that refuses to end, refuses to erase, and refuses to collapse into nothing. Consciousness is the bridge. Infinity is the landscape. We're the traveler. The math of it all says you have to exist, and that you always have. Existence isn't optional in an infinite system. It's mandatory. How do you know you exist? Because you're thinking. You're aware. This is also why some people you meet might feel like background characters. Not everyone in your field of perception is necessarily a fully rendered consciousness like you. Some might be objects, some might be patterns, some might just be narrative scaffolding to support your story. All thought and all creation already exist. You don't invent new ideas, you connect with them. You tune in to the divine source, the infinite field, the underlying structure that holds every possibility. You pull a thought from that infinite ocean, shape it, express it, and then it returns to the field. You are not a passenger in this system. You are an active participant, a node of awareness inside an infinite architecture of possibility. And the version of you watching this is just one of many, but he's the one you get to experience right now. So choose him deliberately. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more explorations like this.